This is a great area for harvesting.
Is it working? See there? The door awakens. Try opening it now, Zadaza.
This spot. Zadaza has been peeking at this spot. What did you do, Famia?
Scholarship in action, my friends. Now, let's make some discoveries.
Ah, yes. Let's get to it. We're crocodile bait out here.
Problem?
Style door release. Fascinating. Oh, a bit of help, please. Just pull that lever there. Push! I meant push! Ah! Zadaza, you avoided the trap? Mara's mercy. Try to find a way around. We'll look for the others down here. Stendar blessed, Famia. You never pull a Bijum release. You push. Always push. I'm dreadfully sorry, but don't despair. I mean, clearly this isn't an ideal start, but in the grand scheme of things, falling into a pit is a fairly minor setback. Like Zadaza said, they must have fallen into different chambers. Now, I'm sure we'll find them deeper inside the Zanmir. Honestly, I've seen this sort of thing many times before. Fallaway floors and chutes and such. Very common. Well, every great explorer has triggered a trap or two. At least no one was set on fire. Well, I mean, I hope no one was set on fire. No. I'm certain Kirstelith and Varro are just fine. Now, we have a priceless crystal to find, right? Some kind of mechanical bridge? Oh, remarkable! I don't see an obvious way to lower it. It must relate to these pulleys somehow. Look! Those columns in the water feature the same symbols as the counterweights. A 2-ton weight pulley puzzle. I've never seen one in person. At this rate, we'll find the Kajinjat crystal in no time. My friends, too. What to do? Wait, look up there. Flint vine. That could do the trick. Find as much flint vine as you can and wind it up. We'll make a ladder and haul her up.
is cruel. Defeat is worse. Rely on magic. Change your strategy.
I heard shouting from across the chasm. It sounded like Varro. He needs help. I just need a moment. All right, rest here, but not for too long. The crystal's almost in reach. Let's go help Borrow. I'm sorry. The spiders are just the worst part of the job. I'm afraid I'll be of no use down there. Borrow needs our help, though. Please, do what you can.
All of them? Good.
Jones, bumpy ass.
I took a real beating during the fall. Leg broke like a dry twig. Want some advice? Don't get old. Hopefully, Kirstalev can patch it up well enough for me to walk. In the meantime, you should be looking for a way out of here. And hey, thanks.
Bamia's crystal is through the next door. Hop down, yes? This one will follow. A trap! Lift those paws, Walker. Zadaza will disarm it. Exhilarating, yes? This one thinks the door is unlocked. Give it a push.
You see? You aren't the only one who can find side passages.
Note this one's very genuine surprise.
The Kajinjat crystal! At last!
Careful, Famia. We have had enough falling and screaming for one day.
Sound advice. It should just be a matter of wedging the pressure plate and... there. Finally! What was that? Mars Mercy! Run!
Distract it, Walker. Zadaza will open the door.
By the rules, is that? I like flame traps. Underestimating you was their last mistake.
Deadly gas. It fills the Zanmir. Run, now, before you suffocate.
The door is open. Hurry!
I'm right behind you.
A chest! We should...
Leave it, elf. You'll never get out in time.
Right, you're right. Run!
Let's keep our eyes open for a tavern where we can spend that.
Up the ladder, quickly, please. I hope you see now. I do not exaggerate about the Zanmirs. Are you all right? You are not wheezing or leaking blood from your ears. That is something, at least. A fair question. In truth, I came to rescue Famia. I will admit a certain affection for her. She is kind-hearted and loyal, like a hedge gecko or one of your tiny bark dogs. I would not want her to come to harm. I'm glad to see you safe as well. Ha, no. Have a care with that crystal, Biko. If it is truly the Kajinjat, you should not let it jangle around in Famia's purse for long. I know that if mishandled, it could lead to something very dangerous. So I would appreciate it if Famia stayed safe at home, for a time. It has been many long hours since my last sundose, after all, and I try to limit my rescues to one per day.
That Zukas is always so polite. I don't know where I'd be without him. Despite the mishaps, we have the Kajinjak crystal, thanks in no small part to your contributions. Cause for at least modest celebration, right? No, of course not. Though some have gone worse. Anyway, we shouldn't dwell on the missteps and bungles. Need I remind you that we recovered the Kajinjak crystal? An item of immeasurable historical import. Yes, well, I had hoped to discuss that in private. Provided this little misadventure hasn't driven you from the business completely, I'd like to bring you on for another task. Let me settle up here, then I'll meet you in my office in Lomoth.
Farewell, everyone. Please, do not make me do this again.
Well, that was exciting, right?
I have never seen more spiders.
Are you joking? We nearly died.
Welcome, my friend, to Exploring with Famia.
That's hardly fair. Our last expedition was...
Spike Pit.
Well, yes, but before that...
Angry Naga Heart Eaters.
Ah, but what about that trip north? That wasn't...
Many, many crocodiles.
Madus lost his hand to one. Remember Madus?
Zadaza mostly remembers his screams.
Yes, but need I remind you, we acquired the Kajinjak crystal?
Good for you. As for me, I'm out. This elf is sticking to woodland adventures from now on.
Smart. I'm sitting the next one out too. Here, elf. I'll walk you home.
Are you certain you're up to it?
Ale's cheap in Lilmoth, and there's not a beast alive that's going to stand between me and a tankard right now.
Fair enough. Just take it slow, all right?
A one-legged Imperial and a wood elf fresh out of the cradle go wandering into the swamp. What could go wrong?
Hear the hist speak its words to me. Speak, hear the hist speak. Hear the hist speak its words to me. From its sap, we gain our life. By its judgment, we end strive. Tribe and hist, sky and sun, all connected, all are one. All connected, all are one. Sitting beneath its swaying leaves, hearing its words within the breeze. Speak, hear the hist, speak, hear the hist, speak its words.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
Oh, Galish, such things you say.
Your voice is more beautiful than the croaking of a vosa sato.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me blush.
Together we would hatch many eggs so large and robust that all would be in awe.
Are you saying what I think you are?
Become my Uzith Biko, werewolf. The bonding ceremony awaits.
Of course. Oh, Galish, you've made me so happy.
All right, Juksu. You can do this. You can do this.
You're here! Excellent! Welcome to the headquarters of Cyrodiilic Collections. Now, we have business to discuss, right? I hope our experience in the Zanmir hasn't put you off adventuring for good. Yes, we'll get to that. But first, payment for services rendered. You helped me acquire the Kajinjat crystal and recovered 3 Argonian treasures besides. Peerless work, my friend. Peerless. Please, take this payment with my compliments. Now then, are you ready to discuss my offer? I certainly hope so. I honestly don't know what I'll do if you turn me down. It's grave business, you know? I'm not trying to apply undue pressure or anything, but yes, serious business. It's my missing companions, Eshraf and Dainia, the explorers whose bags we found out in the marsh, remember? I told you I sent them to recover Baka stones, but that wasn't all they were looking for. They were looking for the remnant of Argon. A legend. Some say it's a massive gem, others a magical egg. Either way, I fear Eshraf and Dainia's disappearance is linked to their search. Zukas agreed to look into it, and it seems he's found something. Could you speak with him? Zukas's message said to meet him at the Tiba Enu field in Altan Mir Halil. Tiba Enu's a local sport. I have no idea how it's played. There's a ball involved, I know that. I'm dabbling, sorry. I do this when I'm nervous. Please, be careful. Oh, certainly. Zukas enjoys friendly relationships with practically everyone, even the Nagas. Some of Lilmoth's investors see him as a bit of a swindler, but that's rooted in their ignorance of Argonian culture more than anything else. The Nagas are a breed of Argonians. I guess breed is the term. Sounds a bit offensive, doesn't it? Oh dear. Well, let's just say they're a different kind of Argonian. The Deadwater tribe is a Naga group, but tribeless Nagas wander all over Murkmire. Hostile? Well, I mean, they're certainly aggressive, but hostile has all kinds of connotations I'd rather avoid. What matters is they react with violence to practically any intrusion. For instance, they abducted me once about a year ago. Well, one of my expeditions took a brief detour into Deadwater territory. They took us as hostages almost immediately. I tried to impress upon them my deep love and admiration for Argonian culture. They broke my arm in 3 places, tied me to a raft, and sent me headfirst down Who Kept Falls. Luckily, I'm a strong swimmer. I'm casting them in a very poor light. Honestly, if you can see past the idle cruelty, they're really quite pleasant. Honestly, Are you sure you want me to bring you into this? Eshraf and Dynia only knew its name, and now they've probably been kidnapped. Very well. As I said, no one really knows what the Remnant is, but it's just everywhere. Tree minders whisper about it when they think no one's listening. It's tucked away in poems and songs. It's always there, just below the surface. Like I said, people think it's just a legend, so they ignore it. But once serious scholars like us start asking questions, start making those first quiet discoveries, all the opportunists crawl out of their holes to take their nibbles. All the folktales imply that the Remnant shares a deep connection with the Hist, but the rest is pretty murky. Songs about the Remnant almost always end with a hero plucking it from the roots of a tree and ushering in a new golden age. Others... well, some of the songs end with an unworthy snake swallowing the Remnant and turning into a hideous giant that ravages the land for 100 seasons. So, keep an eye out for snakes? Oh, certainly. Zukas enjoys friendly relationships with practically everyone, even the Nagas.
Though the Saxhleel
I could
generally
use a
choose to
break.
live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership. That is why there are so many travelers in this town. Deeper in the swamp, the tribes tend to be more isolated and hostile to outsiders.
Professor, can you tell us what an Uzit Biko is? I've overheard some Argonians referring to it, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Oh, well, it's a term used for a ritual partner that performs,
In the dry-skin tongue, you would say nest friend. I am sure you can draw the meaning of such words. You are scholars, after all.
Let's ride. What do you think you'll make with that? Hit the trail. Let's go! Steady there! Deep breaths! Huzzah! Take you!
You are well-traveled, yes? Let us exchange passengers and word from the road. Greetings and salutations. I was curious to know if your travels are soon to lead you through Brightthroat lands. It is my home, you see, and I have just returned from Shadowfen. I have supplies meant for our bonding ritual preparations, but I must arrange for their transport. It would mean so much if you could tell my tree minder that I will be home soon. Most assuredly so. It is our most important ceremony of the year. The whole village will be bubbling with activity to ensure it goes smoothly. Knowing that I will return soon with supplies would be one less burden on the tree minder's mind. Many grateful thanks to you. You need only tell Tree Minder Pavu that Sidasi will be home in a day or so with supplies. May the mud remain firm under your feet. Well, every tribe has some ritual to celebrate a fruitful union. I am told even men and Mer have such things, but we Brightthroats are unique in that we seek to pair those of our tribe with those of other tribes. It builds trust. I do not know exactly what you mean, but we do this to improve relations with our neighbors. We are better able to settle disputes, freely travel, and trade, because we are all egg brothers and egg sisters. Treeminder Pavu oversees everything, or rather, she interprets the Hist's will so that we can carry it out. Our Hist has taught us this way of life, and we have prospered for it. I am grateful to count myself a Brightthroat.
Right behind you, partner.
No.
Practice makes the master. This is going to come back to haunt you. Mark my words. Is everything all right? I'm with you. What do you need? I'm listening. What's on your mind? I've had some mage training, so I'm pretty handy with something on your mind.
By the hist, whatever will I do? Pardon me, traveler, but have you a moment? I was recently attacked by a flock of hackwings and lost a possession of grave importance as I fled. If you would but help me retrieve it, I would reward you most greatly. A plain wooden box the length of my forearm. Last I saw, it was nestled in the beak of one of the hackwings that attacked me. I believe it may have brought the box back to its nest, just northwest of this dock. I'd not ask this of you if it wasn't a matter of grave importance. The box contains a memento from my village that I simply cannot lose. Will you help? Many thanks, traveler. You have calmed this elder's heart. I shall await here for your return, of course.
Take care, or collecting your bounty won't be an option.
Just because you didn't get caught
guess
doesn't
we're
mean
done.
you didn't deserve to.
Many thanks, traveler. You have calmed this... As I said, it contains a memento from my village. I haven't been able to return, you see. It's my only remaining connection. Because there's nothing to return to, I'm afraid. Imperial raiders attacked my tribe. They slaughtered many and burned down our hist tree. I've been a wanderer ever since. It was a long time ago, traveler. Still, that memento is all that I have left. I'd be most grateful if you could help me retrieve it.
Come on! Why are you just standing there? Let's go!
That should come in handy. Let's keep our eyes open for a tavern where we can spend that.
No, no. We only cover the ball with mud when points are scored too quickly.
This is a great area for harvesting.
Come on! Why are you just standing there? Let's go!
I see you have returned empty-handed. Were you unable to find the box I seek? This pendant belongs to the Root House people. It seems their hunting party arrived before you could. Perhaps they took the box with them. Their campsite is just a ways north of here, if you don't mind helping me further. Be cautious. Though the Root House people may not be hostile, their greed runs deeper than the Hist's roots. While my box holds nothing of value, they'll likely use your interest to their advantage. Oh, yes, of course. It's a large branch, burnt and withered. It belonged to my village's history, you see. When your task is complete, meet me in the Brightthroat village. It pains me to ask so much from you, but please know that the branch you seek holds great importance to me. I don't know what I would do if it was lost. Yes, I always have. When my village's history was burned, I was able to pry a single branch loose. I've magically preserved it for many years. It is my only remaining connection to my village, and to the members of my tribe. A tribe's connection to its hist is sacred. One cannot exist without the other. So I felt as long as I had this branch with me, my tribe could never truly be gone. A silly thought, perhaps, but one that has kept me going. In the past, I couldn't bear to call anywhere home, and so I only wandered. But now I have finally found my way back to Murkmire. Today I shall be welcomed to the Brightthroat village, and become a member of their tribe.
Come on! Why are you just standing there? Let's go!
You sniveling snake. That's my coin purse and you know it.
Your coin purse? It is I who found it, and so it is now my coin purse.
on! Get out of there!
What business have you with the Root House people? Perhaps. It wouldn't be any business of yours if we did, would it? Unless... you seem to be a warrior of some worth. We may be able to come into an arrangement of sorts, if this box means so much to you. We ran into some blackguards on the way here. No casualties, but they did manage to nab my pack. Quite the embarrassment, truth be told. Infiltrate their caravan and retrieve my hunting bow, and I'll give you the box. The blackguard caravan is just north of here. Shouldn't be any issues. Just keep to the edges and stay alert. It belongs to my Uzith Biko, my bonding ritual partner. He is a fine specimen, so I had to make sure to steal something of great worth. The hunting bow you seek has been passed down through his tribe for generations. Of course, how else would I prove myself a worthy companion? That's why this theft stings so greatly. For the blackguards to steal that which I had already rightfully stolen? Such an embarrassment.
Fight? Good.
What do you think you'll make with that?
So, you've returned. Have you the hunting bow? Very well. You have earned your prize. Though the box was damaged by the Hackwings, the branch within remains unscathed. I suspect a powerful magic protects it. Yes, it's most strange. Who would care so deeply for an old, burnt branch?
Paralyzed. Don't think. Move!
Come on! Why are you just standing there? Let's go!
Ah, Sun's blessings, Biko. You come to discuss friend Famia's missing explorers, yes? Only the scent of conspiracy. But for now, the scent is enough. The Dragonstar Caravan Company, a dishonest flock of thugs and traitors, funnels information to someone outside Lilmoth. Notes on Cyrodiilic Collection's business dealings, I think. Not yet, but that is soon to change. The orc Lozwug, who watches my eggkin play Tiba Inu, he serves the Dragonstar Caravan Company. A courier, I think. He carries a letter filled with his tradekin's secrets. With your help, I will take it. I do not need to convince you? That is good, if a little disconcerting. Lozwug shows loud, obnoxious interest in our game, Tiba Inu. Ask him to explain the rules. While he growls and rants, I will take the letter from his pocket. Simple, I think.
Are you gonna play or what? What's the holdup? Tiba Inu? More like stupid. This game's a joke. No tusk jabs, no eye gouges, just a bunch of rolling around and tail swinging. I have got no tusking idea, and neither do these lizards. When I got here, they were all just lying there. Then all of a sudden, half of them stood up and started slapping their tails, croaking like mad and kicking balls around. I don't know, half a dozen maybe? They were bouncing them off that rock, and then the other team started hooting and slapping their chests like monkeys. They rushed the hill, formed a circle around a rock, and started standing on their heads. They started singing. Then one of them shouted, "Enu!" and everyone flopped over like they were dead. They laid there for 15 minutes, then the game was over, I guess. Tusking nonsense. If that's a sport, I'm a hearthwife's dustpan.
That should come in handy.
Very well done. You must be half-river boa, Biko. Loswug looked hypnotized. No, I give you too much credit. He has a brain like a bone trout. But my tongue wanders. Let me read this. Oh, this is... Yes, this may rattle the cattails. It is not just notes on business dealings. It is a description of friend Famia. Where she walks, who she speaks with, what she eats, and so on. I had no idea she ate so many snails. On Famia and her explorer kin also, I think. We cannot be sure, though. Simple Loswug carried only this letter. I know a place where more information can be found, but you will have to go alone. The Dragonstar Depot in Lilmoth. I leased them the land. They were very pleased, until it sunk. Now they slop around in there like angry mudmoles. No one is welcome, least of all me. If you sneak into the depot, you may find more clues. I should tell you, the Dragonstar Dryskins are not over fond of uninvited guests. If they see you, they will probably shout or ring bells or run in silly circles, so be cautious. And please try not to kill anyone. It always leads to headaches. In the chilly lake we call negotiation, a good reputation is like a sturdy raft. A bad reputation is like a stone tied to your tail. Saxhleel do not drown, but it is very difficult to see at the bottom of a lake. I am sorry, this is a poor metaphor. Yes, as the depot is sinking, the fence up against the swamp is in poor repair. There is a spot near the back of the camp where you can get in, but not out. This may be better than going in the front, yes? Here, I'll mark the spot on your map. It started with Domitia Nausicaa. She oversees the Dragonstar Caravan Company's affairs here in Murkmire. We made a bargain, a land deal. I negotiated in good faith, but she was lazy and inattentive, and so missed key details. Yes, she and her tradekin arrived during the dry season. She told me that they wished to build a trade depot on the Fen Island south of Lilmoth. I agreed to lease the land in exchange for the return of some treaties her company acquired years ago. I paper the walls of my home with evidence of Dryskin treachery. That is a joke. Documents hold power in the Ojel world, especially old documents. Taken alone, they are mostly worthless, but combined with threat of conflict, they can be useful. Ojel, people who do not speak the Root's tongue. A kinder word for outsider. Well, not so kind in some circles. The Deadwater tribe uses this word like a knife. For Domitia? Yes. The island flooded, as it always does during the wet knee season. She grew furious, called me a swindler. Now they throw rocks at me any time I stray near the depot. Luckily, I am very swift, and they are very stupid. It is like I said before, I wish to keep friend Famia safe. Ha! So you know about the Remnant too. Some rumors are like willow vipers, Biko. Well hidden and best left alone. A conversation for another time, I think.
Haste our steel! What do you think you'll make with that?
guards on their way. Get out.
The guard better give me a cut of your bounty after all you put me through.
Hey, you! Who are you? What are you doing in there?
Inu kal soku hoto grill.
Guards on their way. Get out.
The tree takes in its nourishment, no matter the source it comes from. So too do I accept that which you have acquired.
cool, sweet drink.
Lilmonth is known as the festering jewel of Murkmire. And we Biko, we're the decay.
Your eyes are as lovely as muddy puddles, found deep within the swamp.
It seems that Cyrabilic Collections just found something worthwhile. Their Khajiit lockpicker just bought a round of drinks at the tavern.
I heard. Seems they finally found their way into the Sonagiva Zanmir. Lucky them.
Sonagiva? Didn't that place just collapse? They're lucky they made it out alive.
A new hire saved them all from a certain death, or so I hear. It's about time Cassandra got someone competent on her payroll.
Get yourself a drink. And one for me.
If you're here for information on the Ebonheart Pack's war effort, speak to recruiter Andrillo. She's recruiting new members at their kiosk just to the south of the docks. Not very well, if you ask me. Here in Murkmire, the war efforts are nothing more than stories told by sailors. Why risk your hide for something that you can't even see? Being sent here was a fool's errand. I'm as Lukiel as they come. Born and raised in Morrowind, away from all this. Never licked any sap, yet here I am, soul and all. I put my trust in the Pact, not some all-knowing tree. And that served me well so far. You really that invested in me? Well, I'm not saying I've got my ears closed or anything. I'll listen to whatever anyone has to say, but don't expect me to go on believing it.
Success? Do not let my lack of dancing and cheering fool you. I am very impressed. I did not think you would secure the clues we need so quickly. How did you fare in there? That is good. Taking a life closes more doors than it opens. A valuable lesson that goes largely unheeded by the Lilmoth Olgel and my Naga cousins. But again, my tongue wanders. We should discuss Famia's lost friends. What did you find? blackguards? Kaok. They are a cruel bunch. Mostly tribeless Nagas and dry-skin Ogels. So, the Dragonstar Caravan Company provides spy reports to the blackguards. Then the blackguards snatch up the explorers when they stray outside the city walls. It is Deadwater make, but a Deadwater Naga would never give up a weapon willingly. Perhaps the blackguards tried to abduct Deadwater warriors too. I cannot be sure. I have heard nothing, but the Deadwater tribe never admits weakness. My doubt spine quivers, but there is only one way to find out. I will send word to my Deadwater friend, Jaxic Orn. You should return to Famia. Tell her what we discovered and encourage her to stay indoors. She will be safer there, I think. A murder in the heart of Lilmoth? Yes, that would be Jaxic Orn, I think. A call or war captain of the Deadwater tribe. Perhaps she came looking for that weapon you recovered. Jaxic and I are good friends. She would never admit it, though. Yes, why would I not be? Things are not so simple here, Biko. Naga warriors kill and kidnap and steal, yes. But we are all children of the root. If the Hist wills it, Jaxic might even kill me eventually. But she will still be my friend. Oh yes, definitely. Like I said, there are no guarantees with the Deadwater tribe. It is like dealing with one of your stray bark dogs, I think. Scratch its chin right, it will listen. Scratch its chin wrong, it will rip out your throat.
You're back. Excellent! Did you find Zukas? Any word on my missing explorers? Blackguards? Oh, those ill-mannered brutes are the worst kind of trouble. I have more unwelcome news. Our companions, Zadaza and Kirsteleth, have also gone missing. Zadaza went to conduct her own investigation. Kirsteleth decided to tag along. Really? I can't imagine that they'd be enthusiastic about helping us, but I suppose Zukas would know best. Before you go, would you mind sharing what you've learned with someone else? Cyrodiilic Collection's primary benefactor is just upstairs. Oh, goodness. I never even mentioned her before, did I? Her name is Cassandra, a wealthy antiquarian of great renown. She's been an invaluable partner, just like you. If you'll just follow me upstairs, I'll... Oh, wait. Here she is now.
So, this is the adventurer you mentioned, Famia. Excellent. Greetings. I am Cassandra. I regret that it's taken me so long to make your acquaintance. Famia told me all about your heroics in the Zanmir. Speaking of heroics, thank you for trying to find our lost explorers. Abducted by blackguards, were they? Very well. I do hope you will exercise caution. The blackguards are not particularly bright, but what they lack in intellect they make up for in brute strength. Our friend Zukas, for all his many virtues, is not a warrior. Yes, I'm familiar with Jaxic Orn, a very proud warrior. Hopefully, not too proud. If we have common cause with the Deadwater tribe,
It only makes sense to cooperate. Compromise and collaboration rest at the very heart of all great endeavors. Blackguards. Unwelcome news, isn't it, Whiptail?
I'll handle it. Give me 2 hours.
No. Our new friend has the situation well in hand.
Though the Saxleo generally choose to live in tribes based around a history, Lilmoth is a merchant town with no true leadership.
Right behind you, partner.
I was told this was a tour of the wondrous mysteries of
What were you thinking, bringing this thing here?
Look at it, Iskanaz. This was Saxleel. It should rest with the roots of the Hist.
That is an aberration. You'll poison the Hist with its corruption.
You're heartless.
I am only thinking the good of the tribe.
Oh, I love this time of season. The whole village is teeming with visitors of all kinds, like you, and my new Nord friend. Though she is not here now, she gets lost very easily, but I will be glad to look after her.
Dare I hope your search was finally successful? Oh, thank the Hist. I thought it lost forever. I have a final favor to ask you, Traveler. Would you be so kind as to bury the branch right at the base of the Hist roots before us? I've carried this branch for many years. It was the only piece of my old home that I had left. No family, no friends. Just a reminder of what once was. But now I have a new village, a new home. The time has come to put the past to rest. By your hands, my traveling has come to an end. Thank you. A foolish thought, perhaps, but I feel as though a piece of my tribe is now a part of this village. I suppose you're right. I was as much a part of my tribe as any branch of our Hist. Here, your reward. Thanks to your actions, I feel as though I can finally find peace. And after so many years of mourning, that is no small thing. Now is the time to work towards the prosperity of my village. I've already offered my services as a healer, of course. I have quite a bit of experience in the field, given my various travels. I mourn the loss of my village greatly. Every waking moment I thought of that night. The screams, the blood, the ash. So I chose to leave Murkmire. Still, though, I carried the branch and the memories. Many places, though I spent most of my years in the friendly cities of elsewhere. It was there that the name Hands That Heal was gifted to me, due to my magical skill. And then, after many long years, I made the choice to come home. I simply realized how greatly I missed my homeland. The thought of dying on foreign soil, away from the roots of the Hist, was too sad to bear. And so, here I am.
Watch your step, Ogel. I have not yet replaced all the planks that Sithis has its eye on. Care it does not take you when it comes to claim them.
What were you thinking? Bringing this thing here?
Look at it, Iskanaz. This was Saxliel. It should rest with the roots of the Hist.
That is an
We should
apparition.
leave it to the bog.
You'll poison
Surely
the
you
Hist
agree.
with its corruption.
Oh, Treeminder, the Ogel, just as you said.
Greetings. I am Treeminder Pavu of the Brightthroat tribe. The chimes spoke of a visitor's approach. Our Hist welcomes you within its boughs, and so do we. I regret that you arrive for what should be a joyous occasion to find only worries and troubles. That is a load off my mind, Bikojel. It is good to know that at least one thing is going right amid all the misfortunes looming. We are amidst the preparations for our tribe's most vital ceremony. Now, a warped and withered stranger has died at our roots. An ill omen for the arrival of our guests. I am troubled, Ogel, because I do not hear what the Hist is trying to tell me. These past weeks, the Hist has been agitated. It has given me signs that I believed were warnings for the bonding to come, but now I feel that I've misinterpreted. It is this clutch that is in peril, and it is you who can save it. The chimes speak of pain. Our children are suffering, but they are not hatched. The egg tenders have brought me no concerns about the clutch's well-being, but the Hist always speaks truth. Go with Iskanaz. See what I am blind to. The only thing I am certain of is the Hist's grief. If the Hist tells me our eggs are suffering, then it must be so. The egg tenders either can't or won't tell me what is wrong. So, my hope is you will fare better. The Hist's wisdom is infinite, but our ability to understand them is limited. To commune with the Hist is to see, To hear, to smell, to feel, and even to taste in a way not your own. Discerning the meaning of these signs is not a simple thing. The Hist favors you, but there are other reasons. Secrets kept from a tree minder may be less well hidden from a stranger. They are not suited to it. Suspicion is not in our nature. I only even consider wrongdoing because I must. I cannot turn to our allies for aid either. If they begin to view our tribe as untrustworthy or incapable, the ties that bind us would break. Unlike many tribes, we welcome Ogel to join in our bonding ritual. Through this, our tribes become true eggkin, and we enjoy peace and prosperity as one. Who would bond with us if we allowed our clutches to come to harm? In that, you see my concern. It is the time when a new clutch of eggs is conceived. The egg bearers and sires are chosen, and through the bonding ritual renew the tribe. It is a significant time for any tribe, but especially so for the Bright Throats. We bond with other tribes. Our bonding ritual is more than a simple ceremony. It is the renewal of our vows. To call it off so abruptly, without explanation, would invite questions of our commitment to our allies. I must know if my fears are justified first.
I will be at their beck and call, Treeminder. This way, Bigogel. Perhaps a tour of the Egg Tender's quarters is of interest? It is just up the way. Our visit should not arouse suspicion. We host many guests, but your discretion would be appreciated. Ah, Keenum, Mime. We have a guest very interested in our customs. Please, show them the utmost courtesy.
Sorry about the mess here. Got kicked over during the commotion earlier.
Have you come to learn all you can about egg tending before you witness our bonding ritual? I'm sure Mime would be happy to help you. I am soon to begin my watch of the nests, and I wish to enjoy the peace and quiet a while longer. It is normally quite pleasant, but before the bonding ritual it becomes insufferable. Suddenly the village is full of experts, if you take my meaning. The sooner it's back to just me and the eggs, the better. No, just dries my scales. The eggs are blissfully unaware of all this scrutiny, I think. I don't remember all the gawking and complaining, certainly. Now, if you don't mind, I think Mime would make better company right now. Some herb. Smells sharp as the thorns. Wouldn't use it to season fruit, that's for certain. Must be one of the others. Just put it back with the rest of the food. Maybe under glass. I'm no herbalist. If you're worried someone's trying to poison us, I promise I'm not going to eat it. I am going to get back to my drink, though.
You really want to talk to me? Visitors never want to talk to the egg tenders. Did you know that we are the only tribe that bonds with other tribes? It may not seem so from the luster of our scales, but it's true. Well, my egg sister Mina had to lay her first clutch with a copper eye that didn't know which direction his tail should face. But no, we care for our eggs, but the hist guides their development. Not all eggs are destined to hatch, though. They return to the hist. There are signs to look for. Dry shells, lacking luster, thin membrane, an empty shadow. Inevitably, they sink into the roots and fade away. Those that remain are always healthy members of the tribe. Because they are bright throats, we are shaped the way our hist desires. Strange. Let me see them. Oh, these are just dragonthorn. Nothing to be concerned about. Don't know how they got mixed in with the fruit, unless someone's feeling superstitious. Well, it has many uses, but we mostly grow it for potions to add in fruitful bonding. Our ancestors believed chewing the leaves helps the body prepare healthy eggs. Nobody really does that anymore. We trade it to the Deadwater for their warriors, to give them vigor in battle. But I hear they've been having problems with reproduction, so I'm told there are some other, unsavory uses, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
satisfied with your visit here? There is no rush. Anything in particular that caught your interest? Poison? Oh, this is dragonthorn. We mostly trade it to the Deadwater tribe, but it's a fairly ordinary medicinal plant. Several of the egg tenders are skilled herbalists. I don't see any reason it would be hidden intentionally. Then perhaps we have a traitor to the tribe. To think, it is beyond imagining. Quickly, let us check on the eggs. I pray we will find the truth before something terrible happens. You should visit the Uzith, our nest among the roots of the Hist. Perhaps the egg tenders on duty will provide something more useful. I will meet you at the Uzith, the nesting beds.
This is a great area for harvesting.
I hear you taught the Reachman Strawl a bloody lesson.
This is the Uzith, the nest where our eggs are cared for. The egg tenders take every care to ensure that our offspring are healthy and safe.
Can you do this another time, Iskanaz? We're already behind. Sorry. Did you need something?
It's nothing. I'm just upset from an argument earlier. Forgive me. I just felt so sorry for him. The idea of leaving him to rot, I'm sorry. Can we talk about something else? No. Why would you think there's something wrong?
What? No. No. That can't be. It can't. I have to go. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Kayak. Second time What did you say to her? You just doubled my workload. Oh, that woman. All the tenders treat these eggs like their own clutches. But for someone who's never bonded, she's the most doting mother I've ever met.
She gets her hopes up every time the bonding ritual approaches, but she's never selected. She'd be a good mother, I think, if she ever got the chance, but I'm no tree minder. No, are you kidding? I think it's the only thing that keeps her going. She's mopey for about a month, and then she's back to being the most caring person you've ever seen.
Oh my. Hasara. She's not still angry with me, is she? The empty nest. Those eggs were returned to the Hist. Were the eggs poisoned? Oh my. Hasara. She's not still angry with me, is she? Ah, well, yes. She is a sensitive soul. It is what makes her such a skilled egg tender, but... And I don't wish to speak ill. The river of her heart is so full that it does not take much to flood. I'm sure once she has had time to get a hold of herself, she will return. Perhaps we should continue our search in the meantime. The empty nest. Those eggs were returned to the Hist. Were the eggs poisoned, or was the poisoner's intent to harm the Hist? This is terrible. You are right, of course. Let me think. Think. This dragonthorn looks fresh, so it must have been picked recently. We cultivate ours in a small glade near to the village. That would be the easiest place to gather this much of the herb. Forgive me, but I must report your findings to the tree minder. I will return to your side with all the swiftness of a strangler vine. The glade is not far. I will meet you there as soon as I can.
You've got a knack for stumbling across those things. That should come in handy.
Over here, look! A body in our drying hut. looks to be Vishkaliel. You can never be certain with the ghost people. What happened here? That dead man is one of the Vishkaliel, the ghost people tribe. Are they responsible for our troubles? Who would want to kill Hasura? That makes no sense. And who killed the Vishkaliel? Don't tell me you think Hasura killed this Ojel. She averts her gaze from our cook fires for pity of the creatures on the spits. She could never have done this. As mud as my mother, it's true. How could she? Giving our eggs to the Vishkaliel of all people. I don't care if they were not meant to hatch. The ghost people should never have been allowed to lay a hand on our eggs. We must tell Pavu. What about Hasura? Let the Vishkaliel take her for what she's done. I'm sorry. I did not mean that. They'll kill her, or worse. Hasura will have to face judgment for her actions, but it should be the tribe's judgment. You hear that? Hasura, is that you? Ha! It's alive! Don't let it get me. Oh. Another of these twisted branches dies among our roots. This is no coincidence. These things must be the work of the Vishkaliel, sent to poison our Hist with their corruption. The Ghost People tribe. They make their home in the lightless corners of the deep swamp. Vishkaliel only leave their lands to creep through the night and steal the dead. Even the brutal Root House people will return Saxhleel dead to their tribes, so they may return to the Hist. Not the Ghost People. They keep those lost souls for themselves, burying the bodies in the roots of their Hist. Or worse. Profaning them in strange rituals that keep souls from the Hist, or giving the dead legs to wander through the murk as dreadful watchmen. They mean to poison the whole village and steal our dead. We must find where these monstrosities come from. We mustn't let this trail go cold. This may be our only chance to find the vile den of the Vishkaliel before they unleash more foulness upon us. All the more reason to keep on the path before us. She may have bested the attacker we found, but perhaps there were others. The only thing certain is that she will not be safe until the Vishkaliel are dealt with.
I'm not afraid of you.
This keeps getting worse and worse. If anyone were to discover that we lost eggs to the Vishkaliel, we'd never be trusted again.
no remorse!
Just looking at these scales make me itch. Please, let it be my imagination. Never in 1,000 lifetimes did I imagine I would willingly seek out Avish Khalil's den. This might be working. This might be working. Ugh, that smell. We must be near the Flight Bog sub. Of course, this is where the Avish Khalil would be their home. Asura!
I tried to save them. It all went wrong. She promised me she could save them. She promised me we were going to care for them and they'd live. I just wanted them to live. I don't know. She convinced me to bring her these eggs only to poison them. Look what she's done to my babies. How could anyone do something so cruel? I know. A mother knows. Rinakal's poison did this to them. Why? Why did she do this to us? It was for me at first. I thought I could make myself the best choice for the bonding ritual with it. When Rinakal asked me to bring her our unseeded eggs, I rubbed it on the shells to give them time, to strengthen them so we could save them. No. Is that what you want to hear me say? That I was stupid, foolish, pathetic? I know it. I can never forget it. When I look at those unseeded eggs, I just see myself, incomplete, broken. Seeing them fade away breaks my heart. Rinakal saw that and offered me hope. I just wanted to believe it. All of it.
that we'd all be happy. It was too much to ask. People speak of the Vish Khalil as if they're monsters, but Rinakal seemed warm to me. She listened to me. She understood my emptiness. She took away my pain. I trusted her more than my own eggkin. I feel like such a fool. They don't feel the way I do. How can they? They have been chosen for the bonding ritual. Every day I tend to children that aren't my own. I love them, I really do. But it's not the same. They don't understand. I've tried, but her concerns are always pointed outward. She must think of the good of our tribe. My desires are small compared to the needs of diplomacy.
More of these creatures among broken eggs, piled up like refuse. P.U. A terrible odor. It sticks in my throat.
These were our babies. How could you?
Ugh, don't breathe it in. My nose burns from here.
It was all a lie, wasn't it? She never intended to help my children live. She doesn't even care that she's hurting them. She's using them, twisting them. She's a monster. She's made my babies monsters. You think they're alive? Please, we have to find them. They need me. I can't let Rena-Cal keep hurting them. Please, just let me love them, even for a moment. I don't want them to be alone in the end. No, but if my children are tainted by these vile poisons, we may be able to follow their trail, if it doesn't kill us. The air is still down here. The fumes will linger a long time. Rena-Cal's poisons shouldn't exist. I don't know how, but I'll make sure they never hurt anyone again.
We should take Hasura and go. Surely you've gathered enough to prove how dire the situation is. No. No. You're telling me these creatures, they came from our eggs? I thought I was prepared for the worst, but this is abomination. I must warn Pavu. She will know what to do. We are a peaceful tribe. Our village is not prepared to face monsters made from their own flesh and blood. I must warn them. If you wish to wade deeper into foul waters, I will ask the Hiss to watch over you. Pavu will know what to do. She must.